Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is video 3 in a series of Zone 2 training. In the Northern Hemisphere, we are experiencing our colder autumn weather. Today's December the 8th, so pretty soon, December 21, we will get into the shortest day of the year and the beginning of winter. So, I am sharing observations with you as I am going through my Zone 2 training. And here are 2 points for today. The first is, as I mentioned in video 1, I watch several other YouTubers, and one channel that I've been watching it just pops up on my feed. I don't go to the channel. Road Cycling Academy. And one of the videos, and I don't know what time frame it was actually posted, but he mentioned some things about base training, and one of the things that resonated with me was constant pressure on the pedals. And I watched the video intently because when I ride with people, this is a very my area here is has a lot of rolling terrain, and you can go get some climbs, but even just to avoid climbs, you have to go up and down rolling terrain. And either the people I ride with, or even if I come across some other riders, they put in an inordinate amount of effort to get up the hill, and whether it's they feel the pressure that I'm coming behind them, or they want to pass me, and some of them, right, because they look back at you and they want to see if you're chasing, and I it's kind of like I want to get a jersey that says I'm in Zone 2, or I'm training Zone 2 for the next 6 weeks or something, just so people don't think that I want to chase them and that they have to chase me, and they pass me, and they get this jolt of motivation. But constant pressure on the pedals. And there is a lady that rides with us. Well, actually, she's been on the channel before, Roberta. She's the one who we did a video about Continental 5000 28 tires when some other bike shop had sold her some hard shell tires. So that's really at two ends of the extreme as far as tire performance and durability and flat protection, right? So, but Roberta's been on the channel before. She accelerates every time she sees a roller, and this is a very difficult thing for her to accept, that, okay, we're in Zone 2 now for the next few weeks, so just chill. Steady, constant pressure on the pedals, come across the top of the roller, constant pedal on the pressures. If it's not 7, 8, 9% grades, which we have here, constant pressure on the pedals, go to the next roller, and so on and so forth, and keep your power or heart rate, and let me share this with you real quick. I strongly believe that Zone 2 should be heart rate based, and anything above Zone 2, like Zone 3 and Zone 4, so tempo and threshold, that should be power. So Zone 2 and below, heart rate. 3 and 4 and 5 zone would be at with your power meter as a metric, as a way to measure it. So constant pressure on the pedals. I like what Road Cycling Academy did on that video. They kind of did a time lapse, and the gentleman that was doing the training was very consistent. You could see the power and the heart rate down below, and the other gentleman was up and down and back and forth as he kept passing him or being passed by the rider in this video. And while there's a place for that, and in that other rider's defense, maybe that was his workout for the day. His workout was, hammer the rollers, recover on the down or the flat, and then hammer the roller again, which I do that as well. There's a time and a place for that. So constant pressure on the pedals. If you're riding on some flat terrain, that's going to be very easy. But if you're in rolling terrain, use your gearing, figure out a way. Don't let your heart rate spike up too much. Wind, crosswinds, headwinds, all that kind of stuff. Just keep constant pressure on the pedals. Keep that heart rate in that range. Point number 2. Take into account fatigue. So I do not get a chance to ride every day. I ride Tuesdays, and then I have to run the shop until Saturday, and then sometimes I ride on Sunday. And during the summer months, I would do a Wednesday night ride. So I only really ride like once or twice a week, and there's plenty of time for my heart rate and my body to recover from the last workout. Why do I say this? Well, because I have noticed that if I have multiple days of training back to back, like when I was down in Death Valley, because of that multiple days of training, the fatigue level is getting higher. My heart rate is actually lower and it doesn't respond as quickly. So the last ride I did on Saturday, 200K or 125 mile ride, 8 hours. Since I had not ridden since Tuesday, my heart rate was very responsive. Any little bit of effort, boom, it would, kind of like a sports car. Hit the accelerator and the tachometer goes up. So I was noticing that I needed about 45 minutes to an hour of riding to get that heart rate to start stabilizing and not be so spiky, so responsive. I also noticed that while the Death Valley multiple days of riding, I was trying to keep my heart rate at 145. I noticed on this Saturday, my heart rate at 155. Hello, UPS. Thank you very much, sir. I noticed that my heart rate at 155, I could ride that all day long. My breathing was just a little bit labored, not overly so. And also, I felt very comfortable. I thought I was in zone 2. So 2 points. Number 1, constant pressure on the pedals. Figure out a way to do that. Use all your gearing to keep constant pressure on the pedals. Keep that heart rate in zone 2. And point number 2, pay attention to fatigue. Because if you do not train for 3 or 4 days and you get out, or at least this is my experience, you make comments down below and tell me what your experience is. But your zone 2 on, let's say it's 155 heart rate on the day that you have not ridden for 4 or 5 days, maybe when you get 2 to 3 days in a row, 155 may be really hard effort to hold. So I'm experimenting with this. I want to hear your feedback and see how things are going for you. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Like and subscribe, and we will see you up the road.